But first tonight, a lot of us own pieces of family history that have been passed down through the generations. We might think those pieces have value, but we don't really know.
They're often stashed away in a closet or attic, unseen and unused for decades. Bowdoin College in Brunswick recently received a gift along those lines, a gift that is now being shared with the world. Walk through the stacks at the Bowdoin College Library and you'll see books. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of books. But turn away from the stacks and step into the special collections room and you never know what you might find. Kristen Stout had a vague understanding that some photographs her great-grandfather had taken might be here.
Really wasn't paying that much attention until we actually were here. And I brought my dad out. And we came into the archives and we're like, could we see some of these photos you have?
Turns out Bowdoin had more than 6,000 images, nearly all of them shot by Kristen's great-grandfather, Leon Stout. Most of the photos were taken in and around Brunswick from 1894 to 1937.
When you were young, or even when you became a young adult, did the family ever really talk about Leon Stout? Was he kind of like, oh yeah, he would come up every once in a while in some sort of a conversation?
It wasn't like this big deal, right? It was just, oh yeah, he was a photographer.
Leon Stout had a photography studio at 200 Main Street in downtown Brunswick and lived upstairs. The building is still there and now houses a used bookstore. Stout was a commercial photographer who worked for himself.
It seemed like he was a kind of a free spirit almost. He went wherever he wanted to go.
Presumably he would not have thought of himself as an artist. He was a guy who was out taking pictures.
Yeah, and I think that he was really good at seeing the beauty in an ordinary place.
Kristen Stout's grandfather, who was Leon Stout's son, dropped off the photos at the college in 1938, shortly after Leon died. And there they sat until recently, when Kristen Stout and her father got a look at the collection.
As soon as my dad and I saw some of these photographs, we were like, these are amazing, and they should be available to everyone. They just sort of sat in cold storage, well preserved, but really there's no reason this shouldn't be part of the public record for people to be able to see and find and use.
The pictures reflect everyday life from that time and place, a world where many people made their living fishing or farming. It's perhaps not surprising that the collection contains more than 100 photos of cows.
It's definitely a simpler time. We say Maine is a small town, and it was even more true back then, I think.
One part of the collection stands apart, the photographs Leon Stout brought home from France. He had a rather grim assignment, taking photos of World War I cemeteries as a member of the U.S. government's Graves Registration Service. There's a lot of history in these pictures, but it's often obscure.
A lot of my job has been detective work in order to add context to the collection that wasn't there when I arrived.
Kristen Stout and her father, who live 3,000 miles away on the West Coast, recently made it official. They donated to Bowdoin College the collection that had been here for nearly 90 years, and they contributed money to properly curate and digitize the images.
Being in the place that my great-grandfather was in, in taking photographs, it feels like a connection that is just crazy. It feels like a belonging.
Until someone invents a time machine, photos are the best things we have. Consider the First Parish Church on Main Street as it was and as it is. The Pajepscott Mill across the river in Topsom, then and now. The view over the shoulder of a lion statue on the Bowdoin campus, yesterday and today. Looking at these photos brings to mind William Faulkner's observation. The past is never dead. It's not even past.
It must be a nice feeling to know that these photos will be here forever.
It's amazing. Yes, it's amazing. I mean, I can't wait to actually download and blow some up for my wall. I can't wait.
It is so easy to get lost in that collection.
Yes, and I'm just going to say, I love the cow photos. They were great.
There are 100 of them, Sam. Dive in. Okay, so there are more than 6,000 images in the Stout photographic collection. About a quarter have been digitized and posted on the Bowdoin College website. Eventually, they will all be posted.
We have a link to the Stout collection, which you can find in the 207 section of our News Center Maine website and app. And in just a few minutes, we'll share a few more photos from the collection that we think you might like. And